Hi, I'm Vicki Chelf, and I'm the author of Vicki's Vegan Kitchen. And I'm going to show you how to cook a butternut squash or any kind of winter squash without having to cut it or peel it before you cook it. And they're very tough skinned, these squash, and they're hard to cut sometimes, and they're hard to slice in half. And so an easy way to cook them is to just bake it whole. And by the time it's baked, it's going to be soft and really easy to deal with. And remember that all winter squashes can be cooked in the same way, whether it's an enormous pumpkin or a small butternut squash. It just takes longer to cook the bigger the squash. So first thing you do, and this is a very important step, and it's my way of getting revenge on all of the squash that have injured me in the past, is just give it a good stab. And if you don't do that, if you don't put a hole in it, it can explode while it's cooking. Stab them both, put it in a pan, and we're going to go put it in the oven. Okay, the squash is baked. You see it's nice and soft and somewhat flabby. I've let it cool down some so I can touch it, because when it first comes out of the oven, it is too hot to touch. So I will cut it. If you want to hurry it to cool, cut it in half. You'll let the steam out, and it will cool a lot faster. Scoop out its little seeds and membrane here, and we can discard those. When that little bit of juice that's coming out, that can be used, if there's enough of it, in a stock, or you can add it right back to the dish. Oops, there's a seed. We don't need it. And you just sort of scoop it out of the shell. And after it's baked like this, you can use this as a side dish. You can use it in some sort of pie, winter squash pie. If you want to make a sweet dish, of course, you can make like a pumpkin pie with butternut squash or any kind of winter squash, and it's delicious. You can mix it with some silken tofu or something, bake it in the oven with a little sweetener, some spices, or you can blend it into a soup. Nice soup with some onions and garlic. Black beans maybe with it, that would be good. Or with a coconut curry, how about that? So there's a lot of different things you can do. I made a coconut curry soup the other night with homemade coconut milk and baked winter squash like this, and with some curry spices, a lot of ginger grated up, and that was really delicious. People liked that one. Okay, I'm going to go back and do that later. Don't want to waste too much time here. So you see it sort of mashes right up when it's cooked. Makes a nice little puree. So what I'm going to do now is add a clove of garlic. I'm going to press it in. Since it's going to be eaten raw and no longer cooked, we don't want the garlic to be too strong. So we press it, and we want to blend it all in. It'll add a lot of nice flavor. Just mix this in. And voila, butternut squash without peeling.